highlight is about the types of intellectual property, no? So when we say intellectual property, it's basically a belonging or a secured belonging of a person or individual. So there are certain types of intellectual property. So first one is in a form of a copyright, or it is a made by man or woman, or it is a result of a long-term study or research made by man or woman. So the property protection of it is in different forms. It has, for example, a literary or a research project, or also in the art side, there is painting, or there is music, or any different outputs that is related to an output of a person. So, for example, we have coding or software, or also designs or architectural designs. So, basically, it's about the copyright is about a person's output. So there also we have trademark, which is the identity, or shall we say a brand of a certain entity or a certain group. So when we say trademark, there are different aspects of it. For example, is the company logo. Commonly, sa example nato diya kanang sa Pepsi or sa soft drinks or sa Coke, kanilang mga design, they have different designs that is distinguished them as unique from each other. So though similar sila, for example, they are similar in soft drinks, however they have different taste, different formula, so they have identities or trademarks. So that's just an example. So another type is the patent, which is it protects the inventions of an individual or an organization. So for example, there's an innovation made by a person or an invention. So he or she needs to have a patent in order to make it as his or her own, to avoid copying from being copied or being imitated by other people, and also to secure the identity of his or her innovation or invention. So another type is the industrial design. It covers the virtual designs of objects. For example, we have buildings such as Aurorama, the color of it, the branding of it, or Gaisano, that focuses on different colors, but also structure-wise, there is a certain identity, or there's a certain structure uniqueness per type or per kind of a mall or a building. So it also goes the same with different structures, such as for example, you have hospitals or gasoline stations. They have their own brand or their own industrial design that is unique, that could not and should not be copied, and should be protected by intellectual property. So another one is the trade secrets. This is focuses more on the like business formulas, business strategies, the products itself. It also covers the practices within a company or an organization or an agency where there is a certain secret formula that is being kept secured by the company or the organization. Okay. So in the process, here in the Philippines, when we file for a trademark registration with the International Property Office of the Philippines, it ensures exclusive rights to a mark and protection against unauthorized use. So, given the organization wanted to secure its intellectual property, its branding, its formula, or its output, its products, the Intellectual Property Office of the Philippines is the government agency that is responsible. So when we have the copyrights being made or created, it is also registered to the National Library of the Philippines to be given as proof for legal disputes. So there is a certain storage or database where we can check the intellectual property of a certain organization or an individual. So when we also register the patent or the property, intellectual property, also strengthens its protection from revisions or copying. So there's security for the individual or the organization itself. So next. So the duration of protection, when it comes to the copyright, it is stated there that it would last for a lifetime of the author plus 50 years after death, after which the work enters public domain. So there's a certain timeline similar with trademarks, patents, and industrial designs. They have different timelines given. So when it comes to enforcement and remedies, the civil and criminal actions, the intellectual property owners can file a civil case for infringement or pursue criminal charges against these individuals that would try to copy or to imitate what you have made as an organization or as an individual. So there might come an instance that there is counterfeit. So unfortunate situations, the author or the innovator itself will be identified as the fake one, since there has been no secured processes being made. So that's why it is really important to have your innovation or invention being included in the IPOPHL or the Intellectual Property Office of the Philippines. So there's also customs enforcement, where the IPOPHL works with the Bureau of Customs to prevent the importation of the goods or counterfeit. So common example is these products from, I think, the cigarettes or the imitation of these products were being smuggled in and out of the Philippines. So there is an economic effect to that, given that the production has been copied, or the identity or the branding has been copied. However, the name is changed, but the quality itself is most likely similar. So there is a smuggling activity, just for an example. So another one is the alternative dispute resolution, where the IPOPHL offers a mechanism for resolving disputes, such as mediation, arbitration, which can be faster and more cost-effective than going to court. So there is a certain arrangement between different parties. So when it comes to the international protection, the Philippines is a member of the different agreements or treaties, also making the intellectual properties a lot easier to be protected, not just here in the Philippines, but also in a global level. So the World Intellectual Property Organization, or WIPO, is through the Philippines is a membership. Through the membership of the Philippines, the local businesses and creators can benefit from IP treaties like the Patent Cooperation Treaty, Madrid Protocol, and Bean Conventions. Or there is a different types of treaty or agreement, not just limited to the trademarks of different organizations, but also for copyrights for individuals. So it is really secured if you include your innovation or invention in the IPOPHL. So also another one is the ASEAN IP system, where the Philippines is a part of it. where facilities regional protection for IP, so it makes easier to enforce rights across Southeast Asia. So there is a world level and also in SEA or Southeast Asian. So these are mainly the highlights of the intellectual property and protection. So I think that's it, Doc. Thank you so much.